Welcome to the Elemental Pathway, a comprehensive journey to help your church grow as healthy and effective as God intends. My name is Dave Workman, and along with Dr. Tom Thatcher, we co-founded the Elemental Group. I'll be your audio host on this overview of how the program works. Over the next few months, the team that you've put together, whether that's made up of key volunteers, your staff, and/or your elders, you'll not only develop stronger group dynamics, but you'll identify barriers to effectiveness, clarify your unique mission and core values, implement practical plans to achieve that, and, we believe, become a stronger church in impact and influence. The program is shaped around four basic factors that every healthy church has. They are integrity, passion, servanthood, and imagination. These essentials have to be functioning and balanced in the whole church. For the sake of memory, we use the metaphors earth, fire, water, and air, the four elements of classical Greek philosophy, to represent these four key values. Integrity means that the church is organizationally structured so that the mission and vision is supported with good systems and processes. Is it whole and healthy? Is it functioning as one? In other words, as a church, does it walk its talk? Passion has to do with the drive and desire that leaders and people in the church have to accomplish its mission. People are excited and motivated to see the church move forward with initiatives that reflect its vision and heart. When servanthood is activated in a church, the church has an outward focus and is more intent in serving the people surrounding them than simply supporting ministry centered on its own members. There is a genuine humility in the leadership and a desire to increase the church's hospitality and outreach. Imagination has to do with innovative thinking and the capacity to change. It's the ability to envision new possibilities and ways to expand impact. Churches exercising imagination ask themselves a lot of what-if questions regarding why they do or don't do certain new things. Your corner of the world needs your church. You're vital to the mission of Jesus, a church built on all four elements. The program consists of 5 phases. Though it's comprehensive, it won't be overwhelming time-wise to your team because you can go at your own pace. We recommend that you finish it in about 6 months so you don't lose momentum. But again, move at your own speed. Your team should be at least 6 people and no more than 12. Let's look at the 5 phases. Phase 1 is the organizational inventory. This phase looks at how your team assesses the integrity, passion, servanthood, and imagination elements in your church. After completing multiple online surveys and group exercises, you'll receive an in-depth report with next steps based on your own discoveries. Phase 2 is the pastor-leader self-awareness. The Elemental Inventory Leadership Assessment measures your leadership style with those same 4 elements. It's not intended to identify strengths and weaknesses, but rather to recognize your natural style and how the 4 elements can be balanced within it. Phase 3 is vision and values clarification. Using a unique tool, this phase helps recenter or rediscover your church's core vision, mission, and values. The team-based exercises are designed to facilitate critical conversations in a fun, interactive, gamified context. Phase 4 is how others view your church. This step assesses how outsiders view and experience your church. Your team will take a diagnostic look at your website or Facebook page and weekend service through the unique lenses and personas of 4 potential visitors. Phase 5 is about planning for your future. The daily challenges of ministry often crowd out strategic planning. Learning this vital skill with a team is a practical last step. After clarifying who you are, why you exist, and the ways outsiders experience your church, Phase 5 focuses on how to get your vision and mission accomplished. These 5 phases will take your team through an amazing self-discovery and discernment experience to revitalize your church and the unique calling God has for it. The entire journey will take around 5 to 6 months to complete, but again, you can go at your own pace. Each of these phases is connected to a specific tool to help your group facilitate the process. And each tool is highly interactive, engaging, and believe it or not, fun. Some of the tools specifically use gamified principles to get the highest interaction and best in-depth conversation started. Let's look at each tool and how much time each one will take. The Elemental Church's inventory is the most expansive and comprehensive phase. This tool is curriculum-based. It includes a book and workbook with reflective exercises, 16 short online videos, and requires 4 90-minute self-facilitated team meetings. It typically takes a church about 10 weeks to go through Phase 1, mostly because it's dependent on how often your team can meet for those 4 sessions. Most churches pull their team together about every 2 weeks. The Elemental Leader Assessment is an online survey to discover which of the 4 elements you most naturally operate out of as a leader. There are no right or wrong answers. It's just a tool to see how those elements are balanced in your life. Everyone on the team will take the assessment in Phase 1, but in Phase 2, an Elemental Church's coach will meet specifically with your pastor to debrief the assessment results. The online assessment takes about 20 minutes to complete. Phase 3 uses the Envision tool. It's actually a game that helps your team clarify or even rediscover your core values, your vision, and the unique mission God has given your church. With its seafaring motif and hourglass-timed exercises, your team will actually fill out a charter, like a Mayflower compact, that will help you craft your vision statement and core values. Phase 4 gives you the Vibe Kit, a fun and challenging exercise that gives your team members the opportunity to view your church through the eyes of a new visitor. Perhaps someone who once attended a church or someone who has no understanding or experience of who God is. Together, you'll compare your notes in a 2 to 3 hour meeting and explore new ideas to make your church even more welcoming. Finally, Phase 5 takes advantage of the Focus tool. After all you've learned over the past few weeks of this journey, Focus is a game that helps you put it all together with a strategic plan of 4 specific goals connected to strategies. This is a fun, interactive, self-facilitated game that takes 5 to 6 hours to play, perfect for a mini retreat. These 5 phases are each unique and will take your team on a discernment journey into the heart of God. Together, your team will discover what God wants to do in the one-of-a-kind calling that your church has. The Elemental Pathway can forever change the course of your church and infuse it with new life, an energized community, and an exciting sense of purpose.